Alright guys, this is your character profile in video, essentially. Now, whenever you pull up the character profile, which is directly underneath this video on Blackboard, if you go ahead and look at it, always start with reading the directions, okay? This is a profile about your main character, so you need to have at least two. One main character and then someone for them to play off, whether they're just a supporting character. Really what it is, you need to have at least two characters that you go through this process with. First off, most short stories have a very limited cast, if you will. A lot of times they'll have 3, maybe 4 characters tops. If you remember Good Country People had quite a few, and they were big gulps of silence for certain characters, you know, even after they're being taken off and executed, or even before, excuse me. Anyway, the idea here is that this is going to help you flush out the character, become more intimate with the character that you're creating, that you know them front and backward, so that you know and are very familiar with who it is you are writing about. Because even though a lot of times characters are extensions of ourselves, they can be total strangers at the same time. Or maybe they're just total strangers to you. A lot of things, you know, a lot of people and a lot of writers write not knowing who these people are, and they'll revisit those characters later in sequels and so on and so forth. But anyway, to get more familiar with your characters, because I want you to be very familiar with the world that you're creating, and there's no better way to do that than with the actual characters. So first off, what you need to do is tell me the character name. Who are they? What's their name? You'd be amazed what you can figure out just by naming the character and where it can go from there. So next up after that is history. Where are they from? What have they done? What is their backstory? The third thing you need to fill out is their motivation. What drives them to do whatever it is that they're doing, or whatever it is that they're wanting to achieve, and however they're going to do it. The example I used before in one of the other videos for this unit is a girl sees her parents get married, or not married. Her father gets murdered. Spends the rest of her life unraveling that mystery and hunting these guys down, or these people down, or whatever it is that you want to create. That her motivation is revenge, to avenge her father's death, to make those people pay. You know, whatever those things are, that is the motivation. Next up that you need to pay attention is the physical description. What does this character look like? Are they tall? Are they short? Are they thin? Are they fat? Are they muscular? Are they lean? Are they runners? Are they bodybuilders? Are they couch potatoes? Who are they? What do they look like? How do you project them? Because the description is how ideally, your description is how your viewers, how your readers will see them in their mind's eye as well. So you want to be very good with that. You want to be very, very kind of subtle with it too. So don't just start out with Billy Joe was a tall girl with red hair and freckles and missing her front tooth. I mean, that's really heavy-handed. I mean, just don't. You have to level things like that out throughout the story. Not always like right up at the front. You know, you want to. A lot of times people get really excited and they want to just say, "This is what they look like," so that you know what it is. But this is an art form, so you need to artfully master a way to share that. Description in your short story. And then finally, where did you get the idea to create this character? Now remember, you need to go through this at least twice with at least two main characters. And I want to know what inspired this character. Where did you get this idea? Now, if you have a character inspired by someone else, that's perfectly fine. People and actors and writers, they get inspired by other people and they create a character based on that person. It does not necessarily mean that they're stealing that person's life or anything, but they're basing that kind of creative art form on that inspiration, and that's perfectly fine. So if you want to say that this character is based off of your dad, your mom, your cousin, your cop friend, an artist that you know, whatever it is, you can actually do that. So you just need to tell me, or is it just a completely original? You have no idea, no connection to reality with this character whatsoever. You got it because you were reading the back of a cereal box and you wonder, I wonder if Toucan Sam was a ravenous, man-eating giant bird instead. That's also inspiration. So that would be where you get that idea. So use that. This is just another tool to help us on our way to get this short story written. Alright guys, you need to fill this out. It is directly underneath this video, and then you need to actually get started on the rubric. Look at that before you start writing. I'll go ahead and make a little video that goes with it to kind of explain it, but it's pretty self-explanatory. And like I said, guys, it's going to be pretty tough grade. So make sure you were spending a lot of time on it, or as much time as you can, before the 11th, and get that to me ASAP. Okay? Alright, guys. As always, it has been a pleasure, and I hope to get these stories in quick. Have a good one.